leaving Mr. John. That's my final decision. These such things won't affect me. You are just my best friend's brother. Nothing more than that. There's nothing in the relationship between us. You wanted me to stay away from your sister, right? Your every word hit him like a bullet. He doesn't even know why it's hurting him so much. Because she's the girl he hates the most. But her stubbornness making him miserable. And he just stared at her when she is about to walk, but he pulled her back, making her flinch, and he realized at how badly that incident affected her because of the fear on her face, which is so visible. Jungkook slowly got up as he holds her hand gently before intertwining his fingers in her, but she didn't hold back as he came close to her, slowly while her breath became uneven, not because she is nervous because of him, but other fear, which is making him angry as hell. She was shutting her eyes tightly while sweat covering her forehead. If I didn't kill him out of anger, then I would have shown him hell on the earth. He gently said as she slowly opened her eyes just to meet his concern one. I would love to kill him, even if he meant it already. He said, greeting his teeth while you tried to gather yourself. As you tried to free your wrist, struggling in his grip, only to look at him with teary eyes. Please, Mr. John, don't force me. Making him shut his eyes as he leaves your wrist, while you quickly step back as you quickly pour the water in glass and drink desperately while he just watched her feeling helpless. Is he about to touch her shoulder but stopped his hand in air? She finally sits on the bed, holding her head. Please leave, Mr. John. You wiped your tears as you looked at him sniffing. I will go back to hostel, he coldly said. You're not going anywhere, he replied. Jungkook walked near you as you look away and he tilted his head. Did you hear me? He said coldly yet firmly. Then you finally got up with a rage in your eyes and he just did. This is your problem, Mr. John. This is the reason I hate you. You just want to control things according to you, he bitterly said. What do you want to say? You wiped your tears. Means you're controlling nature. If you didn't set so many restrictions on Chloe and me, then Chloe never had to lie to you. This thing never happened, you angrily said in one breath. As you breathed heavily and he just stared you without getting affected. I would have never lied to you. Not Chloe, but you compelled us to. I know it's our fault. There is somewhere you are responsible too. He bitterly said and he just listened you. This thing gave me so many lessons. And I won't repeat those things again, but you stopped. But I want to go far away from your dark world. And I want to go far away from you. That far I can never see your face again in my life. You don't want to see me again? He asked while you look away. He walked closer. Say why in? He asked again and you look at him. I just want to leave this house and I will leave this house, you coldly said. What? She said a bit loudly, grabbing your attention. You quickly wiped your tears as Chloe walked in, followed by Mr. John and Zoe, as Chloe quickly hugged you. No, why are you doing this? She said on verge of crying. Yes, what are you saying, Vaina? Why are you leaving? She added. Chloe broke the hug as she looked at you, almost verge of crying. I'm sorry, Vaina, for everything. I should have listened you. I should tell Upma. Also, I'm sorry on behalf of him for his behavior. But please don't do this, I beg you, as you shook your head. Chloe, actually, she's right, dear. You're not going anywhere, she said, getting off. But, Mama, you see me as your mother, right? You nodded slowly. Then won't you listen to your mother, huh? You closed your eyes, sighing. And about my brat son, I will see him, if he dared to raise voice again on you. While you took a glance of him, as you see his gaze on you already from a long time, you look away. See, Oma is on your side, she said and hugged you. Don't you dare to say that you are leaving me, she said, while you just eyed on him who is standing there silently. Then Zoe rubbed his shoulder gently and you look away, hugging back Chloe. For you and Mama only, she said softly. Jungkook sighed heavily and he hurriedly rushed out of the room while you just stared his disappearing figure. Here's breakfast for you all, she said, sobbing. Whoa, Ma, it looks delicious, she excitedly said while you smiled. It must be delicious, you added. Yep, Auntie, it looked tempting. Thank you. And she looked at the clock while serving and stares, and she sighed. He always does this. I called him an hour ago that breakfast is ready, still didn't come, she said, complaining. You realize that he's not here, and it's strange, and he does this most of the time when he's mad or had normal bickering with you. Maybe he must be sleeping, she said, and Chloe shook her head while her mouth is full. No, he was awake in early morning. I see him, she said, and gripped at it on the spoon. Chloe, will you go to call your oppa? She said, sighing, and Chloe immediately shook her head. No, Amma, not now. I'm having my breakfast. She shook her head. It's okay, Auntie, I'll call him, she said, and Mrs. Jones smiled. Zoe got up to call him. Listen, dear, do one thing. Give his breakfast and room. I know he will not come. I called him many times, Mrs. Jones said. Sure, no issues, she nodded. Jungkook was punching hard, unboxing back aggressively, but stops as he heard a knock on the door and immediately looked at the door in a hope. But his hopes got shattered when he saw Zoe standing there. Can I come in? She asked. He took his shirt before wearing it. Yes, why are you asking? He said while buttoning his shirt, and she walked inside. Why you don't join us for breakfast? She asked. She put the breakfast on the bed before walking to her. As she looked at him, folding arms across her chest. Upset? Jungkook shook his head. No, nothing like that. She just stared at him. I know the reason, but I won't say anything because it's your matter. You have to solve it. She said, and Jungkook gave her a look. What do you want to say? He said uninterestedly. Means you and mine. It's nothing like that. Stop overthinking, he coldly said. We all have seen, okay? So don't be smart. Jungkook rolled his eyes. Just go already, she said. Complicated, she mumbled inside. Anyways, have your breakfast. I have to also go somewhere, she said as she was about to walk. Did Chloe have her breakfast? I have to drop her to college. She looked at him. Maybe, but only Chloe? She asked, raising brows, and he looked at her. Yes. Go astrologer, Chloe. She laughs a little. Astrologer? Nice. So my prediction is you will end up marrying her. Jungkook poked his cheek. Get out of my room immediately before I reveal your secrets to Jamin, he said, and Zoe's mouth hung open. So rude of you, she spit angrily. The lecture was really boring, you said, yawning. True. Both are walking tiredly when you bumped into someone, making your books to fall on the floor, and to balance you, he holds you by your waist. I'm sorry, he said as you looked at him for a while and then stood. What sorry? Can't you see while walking? She said, getting ready in action, and he looked at her blank. I said, sorry, girl. Chloe rolled her eyes. When you bend down to pick your books, and he does too, to help you. I'm sorry, ma'am. He shot a glare to him. I'm not ma'am. My name is Ryan. And he chuckled. Nice name. My name is Park Boga. He said, extending hand for a handshake, and you tilted your head a little. Nice to meet you. But we are not. Bogum shook his head, and you slowly accepted, and he smiled. You both got up and you corrected your dress. I am post-graduation student and you? He asked curiously and Chloe exchanges glances with you. We are in undergraduation. You are a senior? Chloe looked at him nervously. I didn't know you are a senior. Sorry, Sunbenim. She said nervously and he smiled. No issues. When Alex walked from behind, any problem, ma'am? He asked, being cautious, and you both shook your head. And Bogum looked at him, curious. No, Joshi, everything is fine, she said, and Alex spoke his energy. You can call me Alex instead. She looked at him for a while and nodded initially. Okay, Joshi. Alex shut his eyes and later shook his head. It's time for home, so I must be waiting. He both nodded. Alex walked and Chloe bowed to Bogum before following him as he also bowed to him. Sorry, Sunbebin, for our behavior. See you. He just smiled, no need. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. He softly said, and you just smiled before following Chloe. Chloe sits in front, and you sit in back as Jungkook fixed his mirror while you just took a glance of him, but then took out your phone to get busy in it. We will be picking Zoe from Jimin's house. And Chloe nodded. Okay, can we all go for lunch in restaurant Oppa? She asked and he looked at her. If you don't want, then no issues. Okay, where would you like to go? He asked and Chloe got happy and surprised at the same time. Wow, thank you so much, Oppa. Why let's go to our favorite place where we used to go sneakingly. Her tongue slipped and Jungkook glanced at her and Chloe laughed nervously. You would like to go there. It's been a while. We ate that taco, she said, and he looked at her. As you say, Chloe looked at Jungkook. Oh, but then let's go there. Unni will also like that place. Jungkook nodded before driving off. You were using your phone, but you can sense him kept looking at you in mirror, and you constantly shifts your side, but he also fixed the mirror view. You could feel his focus is more on you than road, as so you opened his chest. As his phone buzzed, and he took his phone while driving, and he checked the message, instantly looked at you in mirror, and you gave him a look. Jungkook shook his head as he focused on the road and you sighed, leaning on car window. Wow, taco was delicious. Thanks for the treat, Oppa. She said, jumping in happiness. You just smiled. Hey, Sonny, you said she will join us, but she didn't, she asked. She has cancelled the plan. Jimin will drop her, he said, and she nodded. While you just watched them silently. Happy? Or you like to eat something else? He asked, shifting gears between you two. No, I'm full. You stopped, and she said as he looked at you. Yeah, I'm also full. Okay, you both go sit in car. I'll come in 2 minutes. You both nodded. Mine, it feels so good. I'm so happy today. You know, it's the first time that Opa and I had some quality time together. And he agreed without any hard work. You smile looking at her, wide smile. This is really out of his character. He's not like this, but today I'm so happy. Smiling at you, you just smiled when you saw Jungkook walking towards the car. Jungkook opened Chloe's side door as he extended her a bag and she looked at him confused. She slowly she opened it. Whoa, ice cream, she excitedly said, and he maintained his cold and dark aura. Thank you so much, Oppa. Okay, don't eat here, at home, she nodded. You just smile internally looking at the brother and sister relationship as the side door opened and he looked up and he looked at you coldly and he extended your back. I don't want. He put it on in your lap and closed the door gently and you just close your eyes. When he sits in the car and looked at Chloe who is clicking picture of ice cream. Chloe. She just hummed being busy creating snap. Look at me. and she looked at him. Don't you ever lie to me about anything. Anything means anything. You will tell me first, he said with gentleness, and she just listened while he watched him. Never sneak out like you did many times before, understand? Tell me where you want to go. Did you hear me? She nodded like a obedient kid. Okay, Oppa, sorry. And his gaze shifted to him and he just stared at him with softness. He looked away as he drove off. He just stared at him being impressed because this is the first time you have seen him being soft and gentle rather than being dominating and rude, but a caring brother. He looked down as you smiled a little and took a deep breath. Madam, she asked, walking in her room. He looked at her, tired with pain, and she frowned as she walked near you while you sat on bed. Are you okay? You shook your head as you pressed your abdomen. She asked and you nodded and she made a face. So we have to go alone now. You looked up. Where are you going? She folded arms across her chest. Me and Omar are going for shopping. I thought you will also come, but I don't think you can. You shook your head, settling yourself on better. No, it's really painful. She scrunched her. I know, right? She said. So you need anything? Tell me, I will buy you anything to eat. You shook your head, laying down. No, I just want to rest, she sighed. Okay, then rest well. I'll catch you soon. You got up after a good sleep as you look in the whole house. No one is home, and Chloe didn't come yet. And you sighed as you came to your room. You opened cupboard. Shit. You mumbled as you took out the packet and noticed it's empty. I forgot that I don't have bats. You took your phone as you dialed her number, but she didn't pick, and you sighed as you opened chat before messaging and put your phone back and sat on the bed. Here your drink, he said, extending him, and Jungkook took it. Thank you. Taeyang and Yoongi gulped the drink while Jungkook is about to sip when his phone buzzed as he took out to check and found looking at the person who messaged him. Jungkook put the drink back while Yoongi and Taeyang noticed him. Is everything alright? He asked and Jungkook nodded. While Taeyang took a sip looking at Jungkook. Looks like some important message, which is important than your drink, huh? He said with a grin and Jungkook gave him a blank look. He's a family guy, not like us, Yoongi said and Taeyang chuckled a little. Yeah, he continues to drink. Jungkook got up. I have some important work. We'll catch you later, Young. He said and Yoongi nodded. I see. He murmured and Jungkook gave him a look. It's important, Young. When did I say no? And he said, okay, bye. He walked. While Taehan looks at Yoongi, he's on Jimin's footsteps. He said and Yoongi looked at him blankly. Are you jealous? Taehan chuckled. Jealous my shoes? He said as he continued to drink and Yoongi shook his head. You annoyingly got up as you don't know why you're feeling irritated for no reason. Where is Chloe? You took your phone to check that did she seen the message or not, but what she saw next made her so left the body and her mouth swung open. She mumbled. You accidentally messaged Jungkook instead of Chloe as you saved his number as Chloe's brother, and he was the last person you messaged. So, why? Are we serious? What he must be thinking? Should I delete? No, I can't help. Already seen it. This literally. Oh God. You hold your head. What should I do? It's embarrassing. Oh God, I feel like to disappear. I should disappear. disappear from Earth, repeatedly said. You quickly take your phone as you got up and dialed Chloe's number and she didn't pick. It is annoying you more. Ah, Chloe, it's because of you, you idiot friend. And someone cleared the throat as you look, and he's standing on the door while you close your eyes, pressing your lips together. Can I come in? He asked, and you sighed heavily and nodded, lowering your head. As he walked in, while you look here and there, not able to make eye contact with him. As you slowly look, and he put so many huge bags on your bed, and your cheeks flush in red in embarrassment. Actually, accidentally messaged you, Mr. John. You said, cutting him off. I know, and you looked at the bags, so you can take this. I will ask Chloe to buy me. He frowned. But what I will do with these I have brought for you? You can use it. You said nervous but instantly regret. What? He said, being shocked as you cursed yourself under the net. I bought these. Keep it. I thought it's important. He looked up slowly and walked a little to check, as there are a lot of bags. It's like many huge bags which is covering your bed. There are some more bags in my car. I'll bring it. You looked at him surprised. More? And he nodded. Mr. John, I just needed pad, not whole market. And he took out to check which brand and he brought. And it made you surprised when you find these are the same which you use. In other bags there are other stuffs like hot bag and hot patches, in one bag chocolates, in one bag your favorite ice cream and many more things, and you blink multiple times. Mr. John, I can only pay for pads, not for other things. Sorry, my pocket is not that much. You can take rest. And he gave you a look. And how many times you have paid me since you are living here? He asked, holding up arms across his chest. You scratched your back and he shook his head in disbelief, and Jungkook was about to walk but he stopped him. Still I can accept it, he rolled his eyes. You can give this to your best friend. Jungkook's squint rose and you bite your lips. I'm still in that fight which we had earlier and I'm serious about it. Jungkook shook his head. It's good I don't take you seriously. He mumbled and his mouth hung open. Oh, you seriously can't change. Once an arrogant, always an arrogant. Jungkook shot a glare to you. I didn't ask you. You could have ignored my message. And he nodded. Okay, I would do that from next time. Thanks for the lesson. He sarcastically said and you glared at him. No, but why would you do that? What relationship we had? We aren't friends. Now you can't be what I'm thinking. So you are trying to be a good brother? You said in flow and Jungkook's eyes widened. What? No. He immediately responded. Do one thing. Give this back to me, he said. I knew it. It wasn't for me. You brought for your girlfriend. She didn't accept it, so you are trying to give it to me so your money won't waste. You said with annoyance. Jungkook looked at her unbelievably. Are you perhaps high, Ryan? He asked, being surprised. That you are making up stories now, he added. You pouted that little did you realize that what nonsense you are talking, as he walked a little closer, changing his gaze to a bit intense one. If I bought this for other girl, so she must be my girlfriend, but I bought this for you, so I bought as a brother. Why so biased? And you corrected your thought, looking away. It's because you're my best friend's brother, he replied without looking at him. Just your best friend's brother, he added as you look at him. Yeah. If you were my brother, I would have jumped off a cliff a long ago. You said and he still gave you a look. You have gone crazy. He shot a glare at him. I am. Jungkook stared you for a while. I made a mistake, he blurted out. Yes, I'm always your mistake. She added and they both stared each other for a while. But Jungkook broke the eye contact as he walked out of the room and you closed your eyes. Brother, what? No, you exhaled. Mood swings hitting me so hard. You're looking at the moon in sky and feeling peaceful as it's late night. And you can't sleep because of your periods, and you close your eyes feeling cold breeze. When you felt someone walk on terrace, as you are about to look but stop recognizing the footsteps, and when he came and stand next to you, and you moved a little when he looked at you. It still terrifies you? He asked, and you looked at him. No, it's nothing like that. You replied coldly, and he sighed heavily. What are you doing at this late? He asked, looking in the sky. I can ask you to. I asked first, he replied sternly. Do I owe any explanation to you? A little sarcastically, and he looked at you completely done. You really love to argue. You tilt your head. At least I just argue, not say bitter things to other person out of anger. And he raised his voice. You need to correct your words, he said with a question on his face. If I had said something bitter to someone only when they provoked me, he replied coldly, and he looked back at the moon. Jungkook looked at you for a while as he sighed and extended you the coffee cup while he was holding from a long time. As you eyed on it and then him as he gestured. You can have it. I didn't mix poison in it. You gave him a look. It means you think to do that. Jungkook closed his eyes, being done. You're always ready with sport. As you do, he replied, shrugging. I made this for you. He looked at him surprised as he extended you the cup. You kept shifting gaze in between the cup and him, and after a while, you took it, and he sighed heavily, shaking his head. You took a sip, but immediately spilled as he looked at you. Are you okay? He asked in concern, and you nodded. You looked at him, controlling your expression, and he raised hers. Mr. John, if you were making coffee, you should have made good one, she said, and then cooked. You have made it exactly like you, black and bitter, you said, and he stared. I mean, you should have added some sugar, she said, and he scrunched his face a little. I'm sorry, I like coffee this way only, he said sarcastically. You kept looking at Moon while his gaze lingering on you, as he is noticing every small detail of her in moonlight, and the face she was making while drinking the coffee. Then she didn't like it at all. When Jungkook slowly reaches hands to her as she noticed, and he took the cup from her hand while she didn't say anything. When he threw the coffee and she shook her. You don't have to drink it when you don't like it. He smiled softly. This coffee isn't that bitter as your words, she said, making his jaw tighten. When she broke the eye contact, as she is about to walk, but he held her wrist, making her look at him, as he was back facing her but holding her wrist gently. What can I do to repent it? He asked without looking. Why would you do that? She asked with coldness when he turns and looked at her. Just answer my question, what can I do? He asked, slowly walking near her. Nothing, she replied coldly while Jungkook just stared at her. Why you want that? It's good now because you don't like me anyway, she said, feeling not in her truth. And I didn't move out now, but after graduation surely I will move out, she said, and he lowered his gaze, loosening the grip on her wrist. It's because of me, he said, lifting his gaze while you remain silent. You should not move out if I don't affect you anyway. You grinned painfully. This is your house, right? She replied, and Jungkook closed his eyes. It means because of me, he mumbled as he looked at you again. You walked near him slowly, looking in his eyes while his heartbeat raced. You taught me some lessons, Mr. Jung. I'm thankful for that. I realized I should have a habit to live alone. While he just stared at her. Not just me, but every girl. She should not dependent on anyone. He just listened her carefully. You didn't give me the chance to say this. I'm grateful you saved me that day. If you were not there, then something happened. She stopped as she couldn't say further as she lowered her gaze and looked at him again with soft smile. Thank you. I will never forget your favor of yours, she softly said. When Jungkook walked near her, closing the gap between them, his hand in air but cupping her face, as she just eyed on them and then her. It wasn't a favor to you. If something happens with you, I will never forgive myself, he said while she just listened to him with her racing heartbeats. I wish I could turn back the time and he stopped and you nodded while breathing. I wish I could too, as a tear slid down from her eyes. It's a horrible experience of my life. Why people say girls should not step out at night. His eyes softened, listening her as she looked away, wiping her tears. Should not wear such type clothes. And he holds her wrist as his eyes were shivering with tears. It's not your fault. Understand this. The one who is at fault is that bastard. Even not. His words made her surprised because he's not the Jungkook she knows. He brushed the thumb on your hands while you just stared at him and you chuckled slightly looking up. You were trying to make it up like this, Mr. John, she said, laughing a little, and he stared at you with sincerity. Because the man I know always say girls should be obedient and not to go out at night and all. You said and he just stared. When he was looking at you with no words, but then you flinched as you heard something breaking sound. And you look in the direction as Jungkook slowly looked, saw some shadow as you are about to walk, but he held her wrist, looking suspiciously while you just stopped. Who's there? He asked, and he slowly walked to see. You both see broken plant on the floor, and Jungkook tilted his head to see the person. Then he noticed it's Zoe, who was sobbing. His brows jolted as he slowly approached her, and he also looked in concern. Zoe. He approached her, and she turned and looked at him, sniffing. What happened? Cut it off as she hugged him, breaking down in his arms. Jungkook got froze at his fall because he doesn't know how he should react as he tried to book the hug. Zoe, at least tell me what happened. He tried to ask her, but she didn't say anything and she kept crying. While he just watched him, also looked Zoe in concern. Jungkook got confused, but little did he got an idea of it as he tried to calm her down. But you felt he should the only person to be here, so you decided to walk away. As you're about to walk, but you felt a grip on your wrist. As you look, he's holding your wrist and shook his head.